Well, well, it's about six something or other. Here's what my portfolio did today on Investopedia, which is a stock market simulation game. Annual return is up to 46%, not bad. I'm in the top 1 percentile, a little better than that, actually, or the 99.1 percentile. You can see my portfolio's up today by 11 basis points, 0.11%. Total value is 500,000. Let's see how the market has done relative to my portfolio. Remember, they tell you you can't beat the market, and I think you can if you're willing to take a little risk and have some patience. So that's over the past 3 months. You can see that my portfolio was higher than the market, dipped below the market, but I bought during some of these lows. Pretty much market level appreciation sense, but let's look at this over 12 months. Wow, that's pretty significant. Let's see, I was up over 85%. And you could see my dip was more significant. But now I'm up, my upside swing. Now, part of this is the fact that this updates 1 day late. Let's see what the market did today. Well, we had a really good Friday. These are 3 indices. We have the Dow, which is just 30 industrial companies, the Dow Jones Industrial Average. The NASDAQ is primarily tech-driven, lots of healthcare in there as well. And the S&P 500, just 500 companies that Standard & Poor's feels represents the U.S. stock market. That's the S&P today. This is the market cap. In other words, the bigger the box, the larger the company, or at least the more stock it has on the market. You can see Apple did well, Google did not do well, Meta did not do well, Amazon. So a couple of companies gave back gains, but the Dow was up over 1,000, close to 1,100 points on Friday. It was a very good week. We're in a rally right now. So let's go back to my portfolio. Sorry, it's already 2.5 minutes, but very quickly, let me show you some of the companies that I own. American Eagle Outfitters. Let's expand on this. I'm up 47%. I bought this back when Sydney Sweeney was in the headlines. Sydney Sweeney, not Sweetie, although she is pretty sweet looking. Aflac, and she has good genes. You can see I've made money on that. I'm way down on this small 2020 Biolabs, but that was just, you could see $171 of investment. That's what it's worth today. I invested a little bit more than that. Well, 80% more than that. But you can see for the most part on my big bets, I'm doing well on the small companies, with the exception of, what's this, another retailer? Yeah, Best Buy. You could see I'm down 25% on Best Buy. Still a good company, not a great stock lately. So this is a little snippet of how you can invest in stocks over time. What I do is I place limit orders on stocks. So I dictate the price at which I'm willing to pay. And then eventually the software will decide when I hit that trigger, and then I buy. So that's how you invest in stocks over time to beat the market and take a little more risk to get higher returns.